Yo, what's up, dudes? So today's video may or may not be controversial. I may get laughed at. I may be called an idiot. But I will tell you, anybody that tries doing an MDI route in your 15 or below is the bigger idiot. So I'm here to just show you how to simply time keys, get your KSM, get in, get out. Maybe this is the first week of heroics or mythics on the new X pack, and you also need a route for that, and you don't want to wait for Dratnos to show you some kind of semi, whatever route he's got going on. This works 10 out of 10 times. Okay, first things first, go download Mythic Dungeon Tools by Nagi. Shout out to him, legend. Basically, this add-on allows us to build routes in-game, share it with friends, do a bunch of really cool stuff. I'm just going to show you the very basic way that you should use this as, somebody doing all of the things that I said in the intro of the video. So here it is, the only route you'll ever need for any dungeon ever trying to get KSM or doing mythics in the beginning of an X pack. We call it the W route. And we call it the W route because all you need to do is press W and walk forward through the dungeon. Essentially, all you need to do when making this route is click every mob along the pathway through, start to finish. Just go along some path, whether, in streets, for example, you want to go right. Okay, I'm going to click every mob along the pathway to each boss and just get my 100%. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's really simple. Why didn't I think of that? Well, I got you. But in all seriousness, this is all you need to do to get KSM. You have to walk through the dungeon, not die, pull mobs. You're going to kill them so fast, and you won't ever be overcount because the dungeons are built that way that if you do W through them, you should end up with 100%. It might not be efficient, to time 28s or 29s, but in a 15, you don't need that at all whatsoever. This is coming from a guy who's, got the season, the rank 1 title for Mythic Plus, not a weird flex or anything, but truly you don't need to do it. Because let me show you this route in the same dungeon. If somebody was just like, hey, go left, it's best. Okay, so let's build out the route. And when we build it out, we're actually going to see that we're 15% over count, which is totally fine. And it probably might be faster because you'll do less pulls or whatever. And that's still okay. It's still like a truly fine W route. You'll still time the key with plenty of time. And this is a great exercise to do just to get familiar with, starting routes. There's a lot of different things that you can do in MDT, but it really does help you kind of begin to learn a dungeon and get to that KSM point. And I'll even show you how this works in Gambit, for example. Maybe somebody was like, hey, do 2 packs of mobs on the right and then this guy in the middle and blah, blah, blah. Your chance of death is really high because of padding Goliaths, for example. Okay, but if I W route it and I just do the minimal amount of mobs along the pathway all the way to the end of the dungeon, right? I'll just do the little bit of tagging. Okay, if I did everything along the way in a minimal effort, I'm going to hit 93, 94%, right? So what would I do in that scenario? Well, let's see if anywhere along the pathway did I miss some mobs that I can just tag. Okay, cool. I do that. I go back to the beginning of the dungeon, and I notice, hey, if I pull this 1 or 2 extra mob packs, I'll be perfectly fine. And there you go. And just remember, these pulls can be as big or as small as you want. But let me know if the W route works for you to get KSM. See you later. Bye.